Anime conventions are an odd experience, if I do say so myself. I feel like the common stigma around anime conventions is that it's just a bunch of basement dwellers linking up to talk about their favorite 2D characters for 24 hours straight. Or maybe you might think that an anime convention is just a bunch of dudes getting kicked in the balls and stepped on by their favorite female cosplayer. Regardless, anime conventions have a pretty negative stigma on the internet. I mean, imagine going out in public and saying, "This weekend I'm going to an anime convention." People are probably going to think that you're some sort of psychopath. All the women in the vicinity are probably going to start social distancing away from you if you mention an anime convention in your sentence. And that's exactly why I don't watch anime. Now y'all may be thinking to yourself, Cameron, what's a deeper explanation on why you don't watch anime? Well, it's pretty simple. Reason number one is time. I don't know what it is, but nowadays I just rather watch a 2-hour movie rather than, I guess, 4 episodes that are 30 minutes long. Maybe because in that one sitting, I can get a solid beginning and ending instead of having to wait a few more days/episodes to know what happens next. This goes for like shows also. I'm not really into shows nowadays. I don't really know why. Or maybe it's just a TikTok effect where every single person's attention span is negative 12 milliseconds. And reason number 2 is that anime is very elitist. Now don't get me wrong, anime is nowhere near as elitist as it used to be. In fact, if you would have brought up anime in a sentence back in the early 2010s, people would either call you weird or you would have been told to name 37 anime characters in 26 seconds by your local weeb with a 10-foot body pillow. I remember back when I was in 6th grade, there was this dude that used to watch anime on the bus going to school, and everyone would just scream out, "Hey yo, he watching," even though bro was just chilling watching Hitsune Miku. Like, bro was just trying to chill on the bus in the morning. Bro probably had a bad morning or whatever, and boom, he gets on the bus and everyone's just saying that he's watching because he's just watching anime. Like, it was actually wild. Nowadays though, anime is pretty normalized. I mean, if you talk to anybody in this world, the chances are they probably watch anime, or they're probably just gonna call you weird again. Yeah, I still don't watch anime, nor do I say that I watch anime, because that small percentage of elitist anime enjoyers kinda piss me off. I mean, the most anime I've probably watched was like the second Chunin exams in Naruto, and that's literally only like 12 episodes in. I've also watched a good amount of Dragon Ball Z Kai when I was younger, and I have dabbled in a few more animes like Sword Art Online, Chainsaw Man, Zom 100, and Baki, but I wouldn't really say that I'm an anime enjoyer or a weeb. Every 8 months, I watch like maybe 2 or 3 anime episodes of some sort of show, while weebs on the other hand are finishing a whole show in probably 8 days. So yeah, I'm not really like the biggest anime fan, if you guys could tell. Especially on Twitter. Anime is very elitist on Twitter. You will literally see 2 grown 47-year-old men arguing over if freaking Goku can beat Naruto in a fight for 10 hours straight. Like, bro, go take care of your child. He's literally crying in the background of your anime hot takes Twitter space. He not beating Goku. He not beating Goku. But all that being said, your boy Cam decided to go to his second anime convention this past weekend. And yes, you heard that right, second DreamCon. If you don't know what DreamCon is, then you're probably living under a rock. Y'all know RDC World, the people that make skits and stuff like that? Yeah, it's basically their own anime/gaming/content creation convention. And it was a pretty sick experience. I got to meet a lot of cool people. I literally met Kai Cenat. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty wild weekend. But it was an anime convention. And you know how earlier we were talking about the stigmas of anime conventions? Well, let's play a little game real quick called Are the Stigmas Real? Now, one common stigma about anime conventions is that they stink. That one is completely true. Now don't get me wrong, it's not that every single human being stinks inside of an anime convention. It's that the one person that does stink covers up a pretty large radius. I can't tell you how many times I was just walking with my boys, just chilling, whatever. Then boom, my nose catches the fattest Mike Tyson uppercut of the worst smell that I can't even identify. And what makes it even funnier is that at this specific convention that I went to, there was this dude that was literally giving out free deodorant, and he sold out. I don't know what's crazier, that this dude got so fed up with people's stench that he had to take matters into his own hands, or the fact that he sold out of deodorant. You're telling me that people are just going outside in the middle of summer in Austin, Texas. This event was in Austin, Texas, 100-degree weather. You're telling me that you're walking outside with 0 deodorant on in Austin, Texas? I'm not gonna lie, Some things in this world deserve an instant death sentence, and wearing no deodorant in the summer falls under that category, right under that category. Another common stigma about anime conventions is that it's just a bunch of weirdos getting kicked in the balls. Now, don't get me wrong, there are definitely some baddies at anime conventions. I'm not gonna lie to you, like there are some baddies there, but I don't think there's any girl in this world that's like really worth getting kicked in the balls for, except for my mom. But I don't know a situation where I would get kicked in the balls for my mother. I just don't see that happening. It just sounds like a wild situation. You gotta be a whole nother level of down bad to get kicked in the balls in front of hundreds of other human beings. Do you know how low your self-respect has to be for you to get publicly embarrassed like that? Now, this past weekend, I didn't see anybody like getting kicked in the balls, luckily, but that does not mean that it didn't happen. You'd be surprised at what some dudes would do when they see their favorite cosplayer IRL. You know those moments where like the girl Twitch streamer meets her mods IRL for the first time, then the mods just end up being like really weird? That's how some dudes would act if they saw that their favorite cosplayer was at the same anime convention that they were at. So I'm gonna say that the stigma of people getting kicked in the balls and like stepped on, that stigma is true, because there are plenty of videos online that can probably back this claim. And yeah, those are like the two most common stigmas. I don't really know any others, if I'm being honest with you. One thing that I do find pretty funny though are the sign holders slash people wearing signs at anime conventions. For example, there's this one dude holding up a sign that said "looking for wives," and I just thought that was pretty creative. Honestly, if I go to another anime convention in my lifetime, I might just have to like pull up with the "looking for wives" freaking sign. You never know. But what I find even funnier though are these random moments that occur inside of anime conventions. One being a boxing match in the middle of the convention center. And no, this wasn't planned at all. It just happened. I don't know how an anime convention turned into a Saturday night boxing event, but hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's free entertainment. Another thing that I find pretty funny about anime conventions are like the people that cosplay. I think the anime cosplays are sick because like a lot of people will take their time out of their day and stuff like that to create these costumes instead of just going online and just buying like a dookie costume. But there's this one cosplay that it was like chef's kiss, like it was crazy, and that cosplay was a purple Among Us character. Look, I don't know when Among Us became an anime, but look, put me onto that show. I'm trying to watch it expeditiously. What's even funnier though is that some dude started fighting this Among Us character out of nowhere. Look, all I'm saying is that me personally, I would never lose to an Among Us character in front of the baddies. That's all I'm trying to say. One thing that I also noticed about anime conventions is that a lot of people were holding around these like mini fans. I'm not gonna lie, the people that were holding these are like an Einstein level of genius, because when you really think about it, like you're really killing two birds with one stone when you have those like mini fans, because if somebody's musty and they walk by you, honestly, you can just like fan that must their way so they can smell their own must and realize how important deodorant is on a hot summer day. But yeah, in conclusion, anime conventions are a pretty wild experience, and I highly recommend that you check out like an anime convention like once in your lifetime. Like I said, the convention that I went to was DreamCon, and even if you don't watch anime, I feel like you can still find some sort of fun at an anime convention. You never know, you could possibly see somebody getting beat up by a purple Among Us character in front of the baddies, you feel me? But yeah, with all that being said, this is gonna wrap up the video. If you guys made this far, I appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys like and subscribe. I upload every single week. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.